things like, for example, a dungeon map to include in your RPG. That's great because that would really help people who choose it as a walkthrough. But
Yeah.
other than that, I don't think so.
I mean, after all, this is the first RPG I've LP'd, so.
Oh yeah?
I mean, not counting Zelda, which I don't think qualifies as an RPG to begin with.
Action
But-
adventure.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more an action adventure.
Yeah. Because you don't actually like level up or anything. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's like something I don't get. Like I hate arguing with people who mistake Zelda for an RPG, and I'm like, no, you don't level up in Zelda. You
The thing is, some Zeldas
Or you-
get close to an RPG. For example, Minish Cap gets pretty close.
well, I know in Skyward Sword it has an upgrade system, which can appear in some RPGs in a somewhat bit of a case. Zelda 2 is the only one I would somewhat classify as an RPG.
Yeah, but Zelda 2 is such a case that it's basically every genre.
Hmm.
Really. It's a platformer, it's an adventure, it's an RPG, it's everything. It's even a puzzle game in some regards. The only thing is not it's a first-person shooter.
Right, which is something I wouldn't want. But that's just my opinion.
Well,
Good
they did include it in later games, but
Good lord, the enemy encounters in this game are crazy.
yes, they are. In fact, later you get a move specifically to lower these.
Ah. I just
In
wonder when
fact-
that's gonna happen.
In fact, there is an item to increase enemy rates even further. If you would want that.
I don't think I would. Cause from what Matt told me, there's no point in really grinding in this game.
Not at all. I mean, there is some...
what the flip? I have to fight this
Yeah.
thing? Okay.
Oh yeah, you have. Good luck on this one.
Gonna-
Ginny are tough. Really tough.
Is it possible to run?
You could, but you don't want to.
Okay, is this okay? Let me just ask this now. Is this a tough battle?
It's a tough battle, but if you beat him, you get him.
I just better hope this is one of those games I keep my experience points and stuff if I die.
Yeah, you do.
Okay, that's good. Then I shouldn't be too worried then.
You don't really lose that much. I think you lose some gold, and you just get sent back to the last sanctum you visited.
Ooh.
But also progress-wise in the dungeon, you don't lose anything. All chests you opened are still open, and it's really more a slap on the wrist. It's not like some people who run Baldur's Gate that if you die, you lose your save file.
Alright. Shoot. I'll try Ray. See what that does.
Yeah, you could.
Oh, that actually did some decent damage.
Yeah, it's a weird system, the elements, because you know, water would be the best here, but you don't have water.
Right, and this is the fire elemental type, right?
Yeah, but you know what the best element against water is?
What's that?
Fire.
Ah.
They
What?
diametrically oppose.
Ah, that's cool. It's not like lightning would affect water then, if that's even in the game.
Well, no. Thing is, lightning falls under the air guy. In this case, Ivan. But it's also a case that sort of earth and fire are more to one side, and air and water are more to the other side. So usually, when something is weak to water, it's also slightly weak to air.
Huh. So in a way, it can have tons of different weaknesses then.
Yeah, they can, but usually they only have one very minor weakness and one resistance and one very minor resistance. And some aren't aligned at all, and you just have to bash on them.
Eh.
And you're almost done here, by the way, so you're good. So you did beat him, right?
No, he actually fled.
Oh, then you have to go back, man.
Oh, is he going to does he respawn?
Yeah, he does respawn, but you think you don't want to leave this cave without him.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah, they have the weird tendency to run, but you really want to get every genie you can, but because even though grinding and leveling is not that important, the power you get from genie basically doubles your level.
All right, let me go ahead and skip past to where I finished fighting this thing.
Okay.
Okay, I'm back and I killed this thing. Which does it carry on HP when after it runs, or does its HP refill?
It's AP refills, just new battle.
Okay.
New battle.
Then did it have a whole lot of HP then?
No, but the thing is, he has some really powerful moves for this point in the game. You were actually pretty lucky there.
Oh, it automatically goes to Garrett? Huh.
Oh, but you can switch him if you want. You can give him to Ivan.
I'd much rather keep it to Garrett, because he already has fire spells on him anyway.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, better go ahead and...
Thing is, if you would give it to Ivan, Ivan gets a whole new set of powers.
I'd better go ahead and heal up.
That's the thing. Genie actually give your adepts new powers if the elements don't match. So you get powers that are between the elements or from different elements. So that's basically where the class system comes in. The Genie character decides his class.
Okay, so I got that done. I better come around then.
It's worth experimenting with. For example, if you would switch the genies on Garrett and Isaac, I think they would both become brutes, which means they are much better physically.
Huh? Just for a second. Wow, they ran pretty efficiently in this game.
Yeah,
so
they do.
Is that always possible if the second you press flee, or is there a possibility that I may not be able to run?
There's always a possibility, but especially against undead, which have generally a low speed, it's pretty much always guaranteed.
So it depends on the agility then.
Yeah.
I think there was actually
agility and level, but mostly agility.
I didn't think it'd matter in the agility. That's odd. I better hurry ahead and heal Ivan.
Heal Ivan.
After all, it's always going to be the mages I heal the most.
Yeah, that's going to be it. And still, Ivan will, depending on how you play, he'll either be your most useful character or your least useful.
I tend to make good use out of mages like him, so...
Because if you encounter a water genie and give those to Ivan, he suddenly becomes a pretty good healer. It's all how you play the game, you know, how you assign your genies, how you... Because I don't think you've seen Matt's Let's Play of this.
Nah, not a whole lot of it.
He always kept the genie on the standard character, which meant that he had a very balanced team, but in some battles he had some trouble. And in those cases, it would have been better if he had shuffled them around a bit more.
Is this one of those games where, depending on... Let me find a way to rephrase this. Like is it set to where the more you use the genie, the more compatible the character is with it, or something?
That's yes and no. No indicates that it doesn't really have a long-term effect, but the more you use summons of a specific type in a battle, the better they get during that battle.
Oh, alright then.
So if you use Venus now and use another Venus-related summon later, that second Venus will be stronger. In fact, once you use a Venus summon, all your Venus powers will become stronger for the rest of the battle. So that's so there is a progression there, but it's only per battle.
Good lord, man. The freaking encounters.
Yeah, this is the reason you don't have to grind, because the game does it for you.
Yeah, no kidding.
Are you finding your way okay?
What is it now?
I think you're a bit lost, aren't you?
I'm trying to figure out where that spot was where I dropped that giant stone pillar looking thing.
Okay. I think it was
Okay, I think I'm getting close to it actually because I remember seeing this little bridge. Okay, there we go. We're on the right track then.
I actually think that was meant to be a way back. But it's fine. You just made a big circle, but it worked.
Exactly.
Because that's actually, you just push it over so you have a quicker way back through the cave if you would ever need to go back. Sort of a shortcut.
Alright.
There
Oh
we
wow,
go.
that's a oddly sprite. That's an odd looking sprite for a town.
That's a city, man.
Or city. You know what I mean though. It's an odd looking sprite for it.
I know, I never understood it either. Hey, that's a weird tree.